Alright, hey there, we have another NU battle. This one was pretty good. It came down to the wire. One thing, how can I say this? There was one turning point in the battle, whether it was for good or for worse. I'll say what it was if you don't recognize it, even though you probably will, because it's quite obvious. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get it in. So yeah, this is about my 18th time trying to record this, and stuff keeps happening. So hopefully this time is this is one that takes. So anyway, I lead with my Ninjask and he leads with his Macargo. I go for the substitute because I don't really care about stealth rocks. The stealth rocks are obvious anyway, so I just get up a free sub. I go for the protect, but he switches out, so it doesn't really matter. I go for protect again because the rock blast is painfully obvious. Like it's like it's literally painfully obvious. I have a pain in my side because I saw that coming. So with the speed boost, I go out to I baton pass to my Musharna, who takes this damage very well, which says something about Musharna's defense because it just took 3 rock blasts before a sub from a Ninjask broke. And Ninjask are not good at all, like health wise and defense wise, whatever. So I go for the HP fighting, leave it within 3%. Goes for the U-turn, leaves me at 1%, and dies for life orb. Since he has stealth rocks out, I can't bring this back in, so I just go for the HP fighting again, and I'm scarfed as well. So I really had no choice. I go out to my Garbodor and go for the Toxic Spice just to get up some hazards, and he goes for the Volt Switch and comes out to a Staryu, which gets poisoned. He goes for Scald. I just go for the Seed Bomb because if I do live, I was expecting a Psychic, and if I lived it, I would want to get off some damage. He goes for the Scald again and crits, which mattered because I would have lived it with like 2 to 5%. So yeah, that was unfortunate. I go for the Roost as he goes for the Rapid Spin, and I go for Substitute, and he goes for Scald, or no, he goes for Thunder Wave, which is good that I use Substitute because I'm not trying to be paralyzed because that would like mess up all of my plans. So he goes out to his Leafeon. I go for the Roost, trying to make sure this thing stays above 50%, because under 50% or under, it dies when I switch it into Stealth Rocks. So I go out to my Artillery. I go for the Charge Beam. Because I was expecting to switch, because of Wish, I was expecting to switch into Staryu, and that play would have been amazing. But it doesn't happen, so I just go for the Flamethrower, kill the Leafeon, go out to his Electros. I go to an Electros of my own because I'm not trying to take a Volt Switch with my Artillery. So he switches out to his Butterfree, and I should have killed this thing. Like, I had ample opportunity. He goes for Sleep Powder, I go for the Dragon Tail, I miss. That's being one of the times I should have killed it. No, anticipating the Sleep Powder, I go out to my Artillery just because they're Sleep Claws, so he can't put this to sleep, and I really wanted this awake. So he goes for the Quiver Dance, thinking he's going to set up on me. I say otherwise. He goes for the Bug Buzz, minus 54%. That's a lot from a Butterfree. And I go for the Dragon Tail. So I go for the Swagger because Swagger always works. Like, whenever I use it, they hit themselves. Every turn they're confused. It has to be frustrating. It doesn't happen to me, but it has to be frustrating for them. So I go to my Artillery, hoping this thing will wake up. I go for the Surf, and guess what? No, it's still snoozing. So he brings out his Electros. I'm going to go into the Electros on my own because I'm still not trying to take a Volt Switch. So I take the Volt Switch with the Electros. It lives with 2%, which surprised me because I thought that thing was dead. So I go for the Volt Switch, but he outspeeds me and kills me with Scald. So yeah. I go out to my Ninjask, who takes 50%, which is a lot for just one hazard. That's like way too much. So I go for the Substitute, and he breaks it immediately with Scald. I go for Protect, just getting the speed boost up, and he goes for Scald. I go for Substitute, still just buying time for the speed boost. He goes for Recover, possibly predicting the Protect or something, I don't know. I go for the Roost, get that 69, giggity, and he breaks my sub again with Scald, which I already knew was happening. I'm just getting the speed boost right now. I baton pass out to my Cinccino, who would have killed this had it not used Recover, but look how much it does. Bullet Seed, Muscle Banded Bullet Seed, 1 crit in there, doesn't even matter. Leaves it within 12%, that's a lot. So he goes for the T-Wave, paralyzing me. I get paralyzed on this turn, he goes for Recover. It doesn't really matter, that didn't change anything. So I go for the Bullet Seed, I kill, and yeah, notice it's paralyzed, but it's still outsped that time. So I go for the Rock Blast. killing this Macargo, well, not killing this Macargo, but taking down this Macargo's health within 3%. He goes for the Lava Plume. I just realized that's the second time something on this team lived with 3%. So I go for the Rock Blast to kill, and still paralyzed, outspeeding everything. So he brings out his Electros. I go for the Tail Slap and miss. That was a pivotal point in this match. Like, had I hit that, everything would have turned out differently. Or had I killed this Butterfree the 18,000 times I had a chance. Or if I would have just let the Electros go to sleep. So there was like many opportunities I had where I made a bad play. But the battle still ended up close. So I don't know what that really says. Just gonna set up and just gonna Quiver Dance and kill me with Bug Buzz. Go out to my Ninjas, take 25%. I have Baton Pass, knowing my turn doesn't even matter. So yeah, had I killed that Butterfree when I had the chance, had I not put my Octillery to sleep, because that actually turned out to be more of a, that actually would have turned out to be more of a factor than my Electros, which I chose to keep up. Or if that tail slap would have hit, I very well and very easily could have won that battle. But it didn't happen. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, have a nice day.